Hello and welcome. I'm Knight's Angel, and we are back with our Paws again. Although it's probably at this point you're wondering, okay, when are we actually going to get to making something? Yes, I know. But if you are watching this to watch me make it, you're going to end up missing part of what I'm doing here. Part of what I'm doing is doing this in real time. So you're literally aside from what I do off camera, you are literally watching me do this in real time. And yes, I am also counting when I hit pause the recording or create my own little jump cuts, I think. I can guess. It's not edited, but it is what it is. So, anyway. Like I said in the last one, I'm gonna go ahead and cut all these out. And if you're not sure what I'm cutting out, I made more stencils. Or more templates, whatever you want to call them. For this, one for each finger. So we're going to end up with 12 of these when we're done. So. And if you're asking, what do I mean by 12? Well, obvious. I'm counting the two palms as one each, as one as well. And yeah. As I said, do it however you're comfortable. If you think you can do it free-handed, do it free-handed. If not, find a way that is comfortable. I am merely showing a way that it works. I am merely showing a way of doing this. Not the best way. Well, for anybody who's other than myself. More than likely. Possibly. Now I'm starting to confuse myself. But either way. Voila. And to some degree it looks like I'm overdoing it. Trust me, I'd much rather have these pieces be bigger than what I need than smaller than what I need. Because I can trim these down. And at some point I will be. Just not at the moment. Depending on how long this takes me. And yeah, it's probably very boring to watch. But if you're watching to make sure that you're not making. If you're watching to see what mistakes I make, good, great, wonderful. However, I will ask that if that's why you're watching, tell me what I am doing wrong. Unless you can't stop laughing long enough at how badly I'm doing to tell me. So, keep in mind these don't have to be perfect. Just have to be able to tell which one's which. You know? Okay, and we've got all this left, so I don't know, what do you guys think? Cut it down by about 10 minutes? Yeah. Yeah. Think you guys wouldn't mind if I just went ahead and came back to you when I finished this, since you just saw what I was doing. So I'll be right back. Alrighty. And we're back. We're back. Well, as you can see, all of our pads are now in place. Loosely, but in place. Don't worry. We will be getting into that soon enough. I am tempted to trim them out now. I'm getting one of those feelings like I'm better off waiting. So, I'm probably going to move on to a different aspect of this project for a short time. Simply because it'll be easier. Like I said, I'm doing this in real time. And one of the other things I want to do with this one is I want to get all of the components done. All the components cut and ready to go before I get into the sewing itself. Because that way I know what I am doing. And I know what I have set up. As you can tell, all I have to do is line everything up, get the pieces in place, and we're good. Excuse me. And the cat's taking a power nap. So, yeah. We're far from done, but it's getting somewhere now. However, now that we actually do have this set up, we can at least do one thing. And that is and I know what I said about rushing through cutting fur, and that's still true. But to be completely honest, this material is so thin, the pile on this is so thin, that I could sit there and do that, use the same care and consideration of a cut on this as I do the long pile, and I still get the same results. That is how thin this pile is. So keep that in mind. That's the other reason why I am very hesitant about cutting it. Is this material also likes to stretch in weird ways. And I can actually show you. I can actually show you that real quick. So. With a paw. Yes, this is the one. This paws. This is one of the paws I made. This isn't the first one I made. This is actually the second. As you can tell, these are better than the last ones. Than the first, well, these are alright. As you can tell, where material's pulling through, where I have stitches showing. I have a hole right here. And I have thread sticking out of. You can literally see where you can, yeah. That's pulling. Just simple. And this isn't even like, you can see where you can see all the mistakes I made if you look closely enough. Like, I have seams showing, holes, glue stains, marker stains. The fingers aren't balanced. I mean, you can see everything that's wrong with it. Even where seams are, I've got seams coming loose here and there. But it's big and fluffy. And that's what we want. We want it big and fluffy. And that's just one of them. Let's go ahead and nitpick the other one real quick. Hey? Uh-oh. That seemed just like gone. Fingers twisted. I don't even know what happened here. Claws gone haywire. These things are not evenly set. They're at all. Yeah, I am actually critiquing my own work here at the moment. You can see how bad it is. And this is the second one I made. This is the second set I have made. And I don't feel like pulling out the first one right now. Because that one's even worse. This one actually looks somewhat decent. But yeah. That's the kind of mess this is in. The state this is in is that. And I know I can do better. So that's what I'm doing. This is how I'm practicing because I can go back to this. If I had the materials to do it again, I can go back, rewatch all of these videos myself, and be able to do it 10 times better. Because I know where my mistakes are. So. Enough of my ranting. I'm going to go ahead and close this out here. Because not enough time to do much of anything. And I just wasted time, and that's kind of what I'm doing here and there. Just so I have videos to post. Because if I were to, just do clip notes for you, there would be no point in me even uploading them because a 5-minute video isn't going to do it. So, not for me anyway, because yeah, there is something to be said about sitting there doing nothing and just watching somebody do a meaningless task. But there is also the aspect of, if you're doing this for yourself, there's no jump cuts. That's the other reason why I'm doing it this way. My little jump cuts, me pausing and recording and doing something and coming back, that is so you don't have to sit. That way I'm not wasting as much time doing recording. You get the idea of what I'm doing, and then you see what I'm doing next. And I'm ranting. I need to stop. So, anyway. Buttons. Push them in whatever order you want, at your leisure, however you want to do that. Questions, comments, thoughts, ideas, what have you. Down there. Wherever it is, the comment section thing. Anyway. Yawn. Sorry. I'm Night's Angel. Thank you for joining me. And until then, and as always, till next time, I hope you have a better day. Peace.